With Labor Day coming up, a very curious but interesting story to look at is found in the book of Philemon. It's a story about slavery, about a slave named Onesimus, who was known to the Apostle Paul, who himself was old and in prison at the time. We're not told how Onesimus got to be with Paul, but he is now on his way back to his master named Philemon. And he's carrying this letter from the Apostle Paul, who is commending Onesimus to Philemon, saying that he should no longer be his slave, but should be seen as his brother because he's come to freedom in Christ. Well, those are nice words, but what about actions? The man was an indentured servant. Well, Paul in the letter says that he will pay Philemon all of Onesimus's debt to him, though he encourages him to forgive the debt as he has been forgiven in Christ. An interesting story to look at for ourselves in our relationship to labor. Because sometimes in our labor, though not quite slavery, we might feel used and not so useful. But when we find ourselves in Christ, when we know true freedom, then we can be useful because we give of ourselves. And that, my friends, is exactly the story that we find in Philemon. Because this slave named Onesimus, that name means useful. May each of us know the gift of usefulness because we know the gift of our freedom in Christ, the freedom to feel most fully alive, doing that which gives us true freedom.